What up, God's people? Blessings to you all, and we are the
Truthseekers,
where we discuss the absolute truth. That is the Word of God. I'm your boy Will, and tonight's panel:
Eugene Rossi,
Diane McNeil,
and Scott Olson.
And today we are continuing our lightning round. I don't even know why we call it a lightning round, like it's something special. I think unless we've come across a series that someone has a suggestion that they want to lead and feel like you want to lead, we're just going to do it like in this format. I like this format. It's fast and everything. So everybody's looking at me because of the Truth Seekers that we had last week, and I said we will continue this conversation on white Jesus. And I know everybody's excited to get back into it with me. So I was wrestling with it the whole week, praying on it, and I hope you guys were praying on it too. And I even had a discussion with my younger brother, and it came to me. It just like came to you. Sometimes I get words from the Lord that just come to me and out of nowhere, and this is what came to me. I said, what would Jesus do if he were walking the earth right now and you asked him about a picture of him that doesn't look like him? And this is what came to me. What once was bad, I turned to good. Whether it looks like me or not doesn't matter at all. What matters is that the same people who look at those pictures and see Jesus have their arms opened for any color of person who looks like any way to come into the house of the Lord and worship me. I said last week, it doesn't matter to me if he was orange, I would still worship him. And in that same way, it doesn't matter to the people who don't see the big deal with that picture if an orange person walked in. It doesn't matter to them if a Japanese person walked in. Anybody walks in, they would be welcome. I know at Triumphant Life Church, I've been there, I used to go there. It is a very multicultural church, and they would not turn anyone away due to their appearance. Victory in Christ is another church that I go to. They wouldn't turn anyone away because of how they looked. So today, the people who do look at images of Jesus being Caucasian open up their hearts and their minds and sometimes even their houses to anyone. Therefore, what it looks like in books or what it looks like on the wall of the church does not matter at all. Thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've been praying about it all week. I was, a little perplexed about it because it made me think. I'm like, wow, I never really thought about some of this stuff before. But, I prayed about it. I thought about it. And, even Jesus, if you look in the bloodline of Jesus, there were a few different ethnicities in his bloodline. Like you had Ruth, who was a Moabite. You had a few non-Jewish people. So even Jesus was, kind of mixed a little bit culturally. And and that's the way I've really always seen it. Is that the cool thing about Christianity is it is multicultural. You go to Haiti or China or anywhere in the world, they're praying to the same person, and I'd always seen, for me, it wouldn't bother me if they had a black picture of Jesus or an Asian picture of Jesus or a white Jesus, because we weren't there when it happened, so we don't know exactly what he looked like when he was on Earth. But I think the fact that we have different pictures of Jesus, I think that kind of represents how Jesus, Jesus is in every culture, every race. So it's the way I see it.
So there's two pictures that are most important to me of Jesus. One is Jesus on the cross, and the second is Jesus not in that empty tomb. Those are the only pictures of me that matter. Nothing else should matter. The same way, and if any of my friends are listening to this, I'm sorry, but the same way they're like, oh, I wouldn't worship a Jesus that looked like that because he didn't look at like that. Well, it'll be something different. Oh, I won't worship this because it's like this, or I won't do this and get on my knees because of this, or I don't want to do something like that until he proves me. So that is a lack of faith, and I pray that God changes hearts.
It is ignorance.
Okay, but we're not. We shouldn't be insulting.
I'm not insulting nobody.
Okay,
I'm just saying, my people perish for their lack of knowledge. If you don't know what's in the Bible, and if you don't know who Jesus is, and the first thing fly out your mouth is something about race. It's ignorance. And what we have to do is stop letting the people of the world dictate what goes on. Because just because somebody not saved say something, well, I'm not going to go here because of this. Well, I'm not going to go here. If they would find something wrong with 4 walls, if it was nothing on there, with just plain 4 walls, I'm not walking in there. It's 4 walls. It's not 3. They would always find some reason not to worship Jesus. So we can't get caught up in that stuff. That's their own stuff. All we should do is pray for them. You tell them the truth, then you pray for them and leave it alone.
All right, Scott. Anything you want to
add? Just that. We always have to constantly remember that we're not of this world, but born of the Spirit. Mm-hmm. And as much as we desperately try to fit in with the world, we can't, because this is not our final destination. Mm-hmm. So as Diane said, that there are people that will find fault with anything.
Right. All right. And we are 3, 2, 1. All right.